All right.
Wait, is it on?
Yeah.
Mom, you have to say like.
Give her a little trigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm here today with Chef Joey Buttender from New England Culinary Institute. And is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Of course it is.
Okay then. First question. What does a chef do?
A chef does many different things. But the first thing we do is understand food and understand where it comes from and how to cook it and how to utilize it and what to do with it. So we may not actually cook all food, but we know what to do with food. Okay? The other things that we do are, we work with a lot of different people, and we have some varied social skills and management skills, because if we are, for example, running restaurants, we need to know how to do that. If we're working for somebody else, we need to know how to be professional and do that. So there's a lot that we do.
Okay. How long have you been a chef at Necky?
I have been a chef at Necky officially for, I want to say in March, it'll be 10 years, a chef. An actual chef with the big hat, I was a student before that for 2 years. Mm-hmm.
Where did you go to culinary school?
New England Culinary Institute.
Have you ever owned a restaurant?
I have. I own my own restaurant in Stowe. It was a deli, bakery, and catering business, and I named it Gigi's after my great-great-grandmother, who was a traveling actress in the early 1900s in the Saratoga Springs area of New York. So I have lots of cool pictures of her, and she has a really cool story. So I used that for my name and my atmosphere. And it worked out pretty good.
Okay, what's your favorite part about being a chef?
Talking to people like you and actually being as creative as I can be with food and really great ingredients. I think my favorite part at this time in my life, and I should tell you, Gab, that I've cooked for 27 and a half years now. And it's like that means I started when I was about 15. But now that I'm 40, I just turned 40 on Thanksgiving, and I think where I am now is that I love the region that I live in for the food that it gives me, and I love to be able to know where that food comes from and utilize that food and mentor people to be successful chefs as well, understanding that my connection with food is I have respect for that and I love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you were little, did you ever picture yourself as a chef?
No. I actually went to school for classical music theory first, and I played 3 instruments, piano, guitar, and clarinet. I actually went to college twice, because the first time I went, I studied classical music theory. The second time I went, which actually took me, I want to say, 10 years to figure out, I came here to New England Culinary Institute. And it was the best thing that I could have done for myself.
Okay, what's your favorite to cook, sweet or savory?
It's a tough one. It's a tough one because I do both. I know how to do both. I can decorate wedding cakes and cook savory food at the same time if I had to. But I think my favorite thing is savory stuff. You can do a lot with different components and colors and flavors and textures with savory. You can do that with sweet too, but it just, to me, the savory is a little more fun and rich in flavor.
Okay, what is your favorite food?
Interesting question. I think my hands are my favorite cooking tool, actually. I think I teach my students a lot, too, that what did we have before spatulas and whisks and spoons and all those things? We had hands and fingers and that stuff. My hands are my favorite tool. I feel like they're precious. If I didn't have them, I would have a hard time cooking.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who want to be chefs when they grow up?
I do. Lots of it. Number 1, you have to love it. First bit of advice. Number 2, you have to be motivated and want to work hard to get to a place like where I am right now. So I worked really hard for those, 20 years to be able to sit here with you at this table right now. And it's way worth it. It's way worth it. All that hard work. That's it. You're so welcome. Thank you for having me. Bye.
You girls are right on